Good morning, everyone. Today we have a very special interview with Tijs.
Hello.
Hello. Tijs, introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Tijs from Square 2. I sing in the band and I play guitar in the band. And I also write the song. I just wrote the song you just heard.
Yeah, it's called Once. It's your first ever single that you actually produced, or...
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we released this song in September last year. And it's really cool to be able to share it with all of you guys right now.
Yeah, and what was the meaning behind the song?
Once is basically about a relationship where one person feels like ending the relationship, but the other person does not.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like this person saying, okay, I want to move on with my life, but I cannot until you decide to really let me go. So that's what Once is about.
And is that something that happened to you, or something dear to you?
Not necessarily. Sometimes I just start writing, and then afterwards I kind of like look at the lyrics and try to come up with the meaning.
Yeah.
Other times I come up with the meaning first and then start writing the lyrics. But in this case, the lyrics just kind of came out, and then I was like, okay, what is this song about? So yeah.
Yeah. And your band really liked it.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did. It's actually a song that I wrote when I was about 16.
Mhm.
And I stumbled upon it at one time, and I was like, "This is the perfect first single because it's catchy and it kind of represents who we are." So
Yeah.
yeah.
And how did your band form? Did you already know some of the people, or?
So me and the bass player, we have known each other for a really long time.
Mhm.
I've known him since I was, I think, 8 or 9.
Damn.
So
That's
we've
long.
been best friends for probably like 13 or 14 years. And we also played some music together. But I actually got this show in 2022. And I was going to play by myself. And then he suggested, like, what if we do a show with the drummer from my band?
Oh yeah.
So I met the drummer the day before we did the show. So we were on stage and people were asking us, like, how long have you been a band? And we were like, oh, I just noticed.
Just one day.
Yeah. So
Oh, that's actually pretty cool.
yeah. And
Yeah.
we had a lot of fun doing it. So we decided to continue it. We actually met the first guitar player we had when we were doing the show.
Mm-hmm.
And he was kind of like the glue at the start. He was kind of like, let's do some rehearsals, let's gig a bit. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's how we kind of like formed. So
Just very casual,
Yeah.
just kind of to the
Yeah.
flow.
but still
Oh, that's
going.
really nice.
So yeah.
Do you also write the songs together, or is it just you?
Well, actually, I already had a lot of songs. So my plan is to work more on songs together in the future. But we already had a lot of songs that we're still trying to release.
Yeah.
So once we have released some more stuff, we can actually start working on the songs a bit together. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds cool, just being able to do that kind of. Is it also really turned into a friend group, or is it
Yeah.
just a band?
Yeah, no, we're actually like really close friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially me and the bass player. We have known each other for a long time, but also
Yeah.
me and the drummer. So yeah, the pictures on Spotify, we have another guitar player, but he just
Yeah.
left the band.
Ah, okay.
So we're currently working it out with a new guitar player, and we hope that's gonna be the one. So
yeah.
but yeah, I think it's really important that you're friends with each other in a band, because if you're not friends, then it's just gonna it's
Clash.
not gonna work.
Yeah,
So
no.
that's the first thing that's important when you're looking
Yeah.
for someone, I think.
And you've been writing songs for quite a while, since you were 13?
Yeah.
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 What does that mean to you? Or like, did you just start out as a hobby, or just want to write down your emotions? Or?
Well, I just actually, this one holiday, I just picked up the guitar and started learning to play guitar. And I think a half year after I started, I also started writing songs. And yeah, it just came really natural in a way.
Yeah.
It's just, I was always listening to music. And at one point I was like, I'm going to try this myself. And sometimes I really write something to get a certain emotion off my chest. Sometimes it feels like there's not a particular song that describes the way I'm feeling at the moment. So then I'm like, I'm just going to write it myself.
Yeah.
And other times it just, it feels like like there's just a song that just comes to me in a moment. Like I'm not really trying to write something. I'm just sitting down with a guitar, and all of a sudden I have this idea, and I just start working it out.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a blend. Sometimes I really have something I want to say, and sometimes it's just like the song kind of wants me to say something.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That sounds really beautiful.
Thanks.
Very inspiring. And yeah, so you started Square too. Did you also start listening to like the 90s grunge and 2000s emo music when you were that little, or did that kind of came after?
Yeah, I think I was about 10 when I really started getting into rock and metal music. I really started off with a lot of Linkin Park.
Oh, hell
They're
yeah.
a pretty big inspiration. And at one point, I also started listening to the 90s alternative. And when I started listening to that, I really realized like, okay, it's cool to. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can
Yeah.
also make music that's more raw, but still have it in a way sounding perfect because it's not perfect. If that makes
Yeah,
sense.
you also kind of grew up in that time period, so
like the imperfections can also make a song really good.
yeah,
So that's even when we're not making music that sounds like grunge, I still try to get some imperfections in there, make it
Yeah.
sound a bit raw, because it also adds to the emotion of a song, I think.
yeah. I feel like especially for rock, it's like just experiment and
Yeah.
see what works, see what
Yeah.
feels nice instead of it has to be perfect. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That's also how you kind of can add your own twist and emotions,
Yeah.
and
and now we only have one, so
yeah,
it's hard to give people like a view of what we're like as a band, because I don't think one's is really representative for who we are.
yeah,
It's just a catchy song, but yeah, I also love experimenting with what I write. So we really, in the future we're gonna go more into the pop punk direction.
mm-hmm.
But I'm also already writing some stuff that's more electronic. I'm also thinking about more poppy stuff. So
Yeah. Are there
Um,
any bands that you currently listen to that like kind of inspire you? Or
well, I'm currently listening to a lot of Frank Sinatra, so that's really different.
That's so different.
But there's this band called Turnover that I've been enjoying a lot. It's a bit dream pop, so
Mm.
kind of like walking across a beach in the summer.
No,
That kind of like vibe.
sounds mesmerizing.
And like there have been times in my life where I wasn't feeling that great, and then I tried to write more songs that were more depressing, more dark, because I just wanted to express what I was feeling.
Yeah.
But I'm currently at a better place in my life, so I also noticed that I don't want to write very sad, dark songs anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm currently trying to experiment a bit more with happier songs or more feel good vibe songs.
I feel like that happens to a lot of rock bands. Like they
Yeah.
start out kind of sad, or and then you see that they kind of turn into this happy, they find their happy place, and
Yeah.
then they make much more, again, like happy music.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of bands really write their most famous or their best work in a dark place in their life, and then at one point they start progressing, and a lot of fans are like, "Oh, this is not the real insert band name, This is not the real Bring Me the Horizon or something." Because they're more poppy now, so
Yeah, I also have that, for example, with 21 Pilots. I really love their old stuff. And
Mhm.
then now I listen to it and kind of like, I don't know if it's my vibe, but I'm happy
Yeah.
for them that they feel good.
yeah.
And
No, I get it.
think that's the most important.
Yeah, I listen to them a lot too.
Yeah.
And I remember them releasing a record called Trench, and it was
Mm.
way more dark. And then afterwards, they did a new record called Skilled and Icy, which was really like
Oh,
a bit like
opposite.
bubblegum pop almost.
Yeah.
But yeah, in a way, even though I connected with it a bit less, I was actually like, okay, you can tell he's in a happier place. So it's
Yeah.
also nice to know that artists you look up to are
They're doing good.
They're
Yeah.
doing good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's also nice. It's always nice to see that. Yeah, you want people to live a happy life, even though
Definitely. Yeah.
they might make music that is less, connected to you,
Yeah.
but still. Yeah, and you already did quite some performances,
Yeah,
right?
I think yeah, we did like 20 shows so far.
Damn.
So I'm pretty surprised by it too.
But did you play mostly cover bands or?
Mainly just our original work.
Okay, so you played some songs that haven't officially been released yet.
Yes.
Oh, special.
Yeah, yeah, because I've been writing since I was 13, so
Yeah.
I think I have about 60 songs now.
Damn.
And we have a lot
That's
of
quite a lot.
I know, right? We have a lot of stuff that we're really proud of. And our shows, yeah, we just try to. From I think the first show on, we were already like, okay, we don't want to be a cover band. We just want to play our
Do your
own work.
Yeah.
So we actually have one cover that we always do, and that's actually a Britney Spears song. So we have
Which one?
"Baby One More Time."
Oh, hell yeah.
We turned it into a bit of an emo post-hardcore kind of song.
Yeah.
So there's also a breakdown in the song, but it works really well. We had a show a while ago, and some kid came up to us and he was like, "I didn't expect to mosh to Britney Spears," but we were like, "All right, that's really cool that
Yeah.
you still did."
It's
So,
kind of like the punk goes pop
yeah,
albums. Yeah.
yeah, because I feel people don't expect us to play something like that. They would expect us to play like a Nirvana song.
Yeah, but the
or-
thing is that makes them remember you.
yeah,
You know, do something odd that they don't expect, but still do it your own way,
Yeah.
and then people remember you, and that's really nice.
yeah, that's something I'm really trying to do during our shows. Just have something that people will remember us by.
Yeah.
So we also play in these boiler suits that you can see on the Spotify pictures
Yeah.
as well. It's really fucking hot. In
Yeah,
those-
it does
in the
look very
suits,
hot.
but people remember it. There's sometimes people come up to us like, "Oh, you're that band that plays in the boiler suits,"
Yeah.
and I'm like, "Okay, so you probably
The Boiler
don't."
Boys.
Yes, that's us. Change the band name right now,
Yeah.
Boiler Boys.
Boiler Boys.
No, but like people remember it, and that's
Yeah.
really nice to see. So, because they're not gonna be able to remember all the songs we play because
Yeah.
they haven't been released. But if we have something that people might remember, that's good.
Also, what's the meaning behind the band name? Do you like really like mathematics or something, or what was it?
So yeah, square one is actually, it means like a fresh start.
Yeah.
And when we started this band, it was kind of like a fresh start, but also not, because a lot of us had already been in bands, but we have never really played in a band with our own work.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of felt like, okay, it's a new start, but in a way, we already know each other and we already know what it is like to be in a band. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like how it came together. And yeah, I just thought it was a memorable band name. So it's not like
Yeah.
like you have to spell it out. Like it's with a S and then it's with
No, it's just
yeah,
square two
Yeah.
words, very short. Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
not
Interesting.
really a really deep meaning or something, but
Oh,
just
still somewhat.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And you're kind of like, do you study yourself, by the way?
Yeah, I study psychology in Tilburg.
Okay, fancy.
Yeah.
And does it work out for you to kind of manage your time, like band/school wise?
Well, I didn't expect to at first, but I
Yeah.
actually have a lot of spare time because I'm not obligated to follow the lessons
Oh, yeah.
at the uni. So I just do a lot of it from home, which leaves me a lot of time to work on my music. So that's really
Oh, that's nice.
I actually spent more time on my music in the last 3 years than I did on school. So, but I still manage.
Risky.
So
Oh,
so it's
okay.
fine.
That's the most important.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're planning to become like a full-time. Music
if
star,
I
or-
could, I definitely would do it.
Yeah.
But it's just a difficult business.
Oh, yeah.
I do believe we have some potential to get bigger, but it's also a bit of luck, of course. So
Yeah.
yeah, I just love spending time on my music, and I really hope it will take us somewhere. And I don't know if that will be like going worldwide or just in the Netherlands, but
Would be very cool.
it would be really cool. Like if I get the chance to do it, I will definitely.
Yeah, I
Just
think
do
it
it.
does help that you make English music.
Yeah.
That usually helps with the
Yeah.
internationals.
Yeah, and I know, of course, what we're still, which songs we're still gonna release. So we currently only have this song, but I know that we have a lot of stuff coming up that might be very good.
Yeah.
I think the songs we're still gonna release are really nice, and have a lot of potential to connect to people. But I'm just really curious to see where it's gonna go in the next couple of years.
Yeah. Yeah, I am also very interested. And let's see. So you talked about that you have many songs that you already made, or at least you've written them. But have you already produced some of them? Because you did say that you performed them on stage, but do you already have them? Like,
So we're currently working on a record. The plan is for it to be released sometime next year. We have a deadline for this year around July. So then the full record is supposed to be completely done, and then it still needs to be mixed and mastered before we can start releasing the singles.
yeah,
I have a lot of songs that I wrote are already recorded, but we still need to work it out a bit. I play a lot of instruments myself, which means it's when I have an idea for a song, I can also record all of it from home. But we do want to finish it up at a later point. The plan is to first release this record that I'm working on, and then after that we will do another one and another one. So.
Yeah. And you already have all of these songs. I think you're going to release an album at some point.
Correct. Yeah. So next year we hope to release the first 2 or 3 singles this year, and then hopefully the album itself around the start of next year. And those are songs that I've been working on for quite a while now.
Yeah.
So I wrote them when I was 16, 17, when I was still in high school. So and actually I did this all on this 4-track, how do you call it? 4-track recorder.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like analog, which is in a way cool, but it was also it had its shortcomings. So at one point I started recording digitally, and these songs kind of like got on a shelf, and I didn't really look at them anymore. And then 2 or 3 years ago, I actually stumbled upon them, and I was like, oh, these are still really cool songs.
Yeah.
So I decided to really work them out, and now I think I need about half a year, and then it's all done, and then I can finally release all of it.
Nice.
I'm really curious to see where those songs are gonna go. So
yeah. And you also have some shows planned?
We have one coming up in April.
Yeah.
20th of April in Breda. It's at Rebel Yell. It's a cafe. It's with POB Parade. Don't know if you know it.
Don't know.
It's kind of like this one-day festival where a lot of Dutch bands are gonna play in the city. So we're really excited about that. We're gonna be playing with Wind Up Space, which is another band from around this area. And we have another one coming up in June 13th at Sound Dog.
Okay.
So,
maybe we should go check it out.
Yeah, definitely should. It's gonna be a really fun show, though. We're gonna play some stuff off the record, but also some new songs. So
nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. Do you have anything you would like to add or say? Or
well, thank you for the interview.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed
thank
it.
you too. And I think then we'll have to listen to the song once again. Oh, that's actually funny too.
That's actually
once
funny.
again. Okay. Well, here is Once by Square 2. Thank you very much, guys.